Hey everyone, welcome to Studio SNC. Let's begin today lying down. So make your way down onto your mat with your legs extended out straight and your arms resting down by your side. Join those legs together in Pilates V with the heels together and the toes slightly apart, and zip up through the lower tummy. So finding that zipped up connection or that 30% lift, something you can hold throughout the class. Breathing in, melt that lower back down towards the floor, and on your exhale, lift your right leg into tabletop. So your knees in line with your hip, your calf is parallel to the floor and the toes are pointed. From here, breathe in, circle that right knee out to the right and then bring it back through the center. Without moving the knee or the ankle, we're circling from that right hip joint, opening up as much as you possibly can and then circling across that left leg and then back to the start. Visualizing that ball and socket joint rolling around in its home as we circle out to the right for 3 more, back through the center for 2, and then last one. From here, bend your right knee into your chest and twine the fingers just below that right kneecap and pull your right knee towards the upper body. Feel a pinch at the top of the thigh maybe, and then pull your right knee over towards your right shoulder to open up through that right hip. Take a breath in and then release the right leg down and then switch legs. The left leg comes into tabletop, knees in line with your hip, calf parallel to the floor. Engaging the core, we circle out to the left and then back through the midline. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So again, that ball and socket joint, visualizing that movement in the hip and noticing if one side feels a little stiffer or moves better than the other side. Keep that right leg switched on, isolating as much as you possibly can this left side. Circling all the way across the right leg without moving that left knee or that left ankle. One more time. And then bending your left knee into your chest and twining the fingers, pulling your left knee towards the upper body. And then pull your left knee towards your left shoulder. Feel that pinch again. And then release that left leg down. 2 legs join. Breathe in, reach the arms over. Exhale, use your breath. Come all the way up into a seated position. Inhale, we reach forward, tuck the chin, and exhale, roll to the mat, scooping in through the core. Breathing in, the arms come up and over. Exhale, use your breath, make your way all the way up into a seated position. We're going to add some hand movement. So inhale, reach forward with the fingers and the thumbs together. Exhale, roll all the way to the mat. Breathe in, spread the fingers as we reach over. And then exhale, make 2 fists coming up. Sending those fists all the way up. Breathing in, squeeze the fingers as we reach. Exhale, roll to the mat, scooping in through the core. Spread the fingers as you reach up and over. And then make 2 fists as you come all the way up into a seated position. Palms facing up, thumbs together as we reach forward. Exhale, roll to the mat with control. Spread the fingers as you reach over. Make 2 fists as you roll all the way up into a seated position. 2 more, breathe in, reach forward, palms up. Exhale, roll to the mat, scooping in through the core. Spread the fingers as we reach up and over. Make 2 fists as you come all the way into a seated position last time. Fingers, thumbs together, reach forward. Exhale, roll to the mat. Breathe in, spread the fingers. And then exhale, use your breath, come all the way up into a seated position. From here, widen the legs so that they're mat width apart and sink the sit bones into the floor. The chest is open, shoulders back and down. Take a breath in, lift the sternum. Exhale, round forward into that spine stretch. Tuck the chin in, breathe in. And then exhale, rebuild, restack, re-lengthen. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Neck long, inhale, exhale, round forward. Scooping through the core, draw that belly button towards your lower back. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, rebuild, restack, re-lengthen. Shoulders stacked over your hips, inhale, chest is open. Maybe lift that chin, nice strong tall posture. Exhale, round forward. Breathe in, feel the stretch. And then breathe out, bring it all the way in, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly and controlled. Let's do one more. Breathe in, chest open. Exhale, round forward. Inhale, feel the stretch. And breathe out, bring it all the way in, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly, controlled. Reach the arms up, inhale, circle, and plant the hands behind the hips, spreading those fingers. Toes pointed, join the legs together, and we lift the chest, finding extension here of the spine, and then just bounce from side to side, right to left. Feeling that body weight shift from right to left, strengthening through the fingertips, the hands, the wrists. Then come back to the center, flip the fingers to face the hips, and then bend your right knee with the foot flat on the floor. Lift up onto the right toes as we lift, maybe flatten that left foot. Lower the heel. Breathing in, lift up, look down the center of the body, and then lower back down. Breathe in, lift, squeeze those glutes, and lower back down. Two more like this. Breathe in, lift, and then lower back down one last time. Inhale, lift it up. And then lower back down. Extend your right leg, bend your left knee. Come up onto those left toes here. Breathe in, we lift up. And then we lower back down. Inhale, lift, squeeze the glutes, so your sit bones. And lower back down. Breathe in, lift up. And lower to the floor, two more. Breathe in, lift. And lower down one last time. Inhale, lift up. And lower back down. Let's do a rolling exercise now. So come to the top of your mat, place your hands behind your hips. Spread those fingers facing in, your knees and your feet together. Tuck that chin and draw the belly button in. Breathe in, roll back using your arms for support. Exhale, come up with control. Breathing in, rolling back again, and then exhaling, coming up with control. Breathing in, rolling onto your shoulders, and exhaling, coming up. Breathing in, rolling back, and exhaling, coming back up again. 2 to go. Breathe in, roll, and exhale. One last time. Breathe in, roll back, and exhale, come up. Hands to the shins now. Lift those feet up off the floor. Make yourself small like a ball. We have the option to go back to that more gentle version if you want. Breathing in, you're rolling. Exhaling, coming up. Massaging the spine on the floor. Inhaling, rolling, pulling with those hands, pressing back into your hands with your shins. 2 to go here. Breathe in and breathe out. And one last time. Inhale, roll, and exhale. We're going to extend those legs. So stretch the legs out, drop down off the sit bones onto the base, the lumbar spine, couple of the back ribs, and then catch those legs. Breathing and stretching the legs out. Exhaling, coming up strong. Breathing in, stretching the legs out. And exhaling, coming up strong. Only 2 more. Stretch those legs out. And come up strong. One last time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Feet to the floor. From here, hands to the backs of the legs. Chest is open. Inhale. Exhale, drop down off the sit bones. Slowly coming down. If you can, let go and make your way all the way to the mat. Inhale, arms over. Exhale, use your breath. Come all the way up. Breathing in, nice tall spine. Exhale, scoop and roll to the mat. Inhale, arms over. And exhale, use your breath. We're going to layer it. So inhale. Exhale, roll to the mat. Inhale, arms. Draw your right knee into your chest as you come all the way up. Lower that right leg and roll straight back down, arms over. Left knee comes in, breathe out. Roll all the way back down, reach the arms over. Come up that right knee. So a little faster, inhale. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, roll to the mat, arms over. Exhale, right knee comes up. That right foot to the floor, arms over. Left knee in. Roll to the mat, breathe in. Exhale, right knee. Roll to the mat, arms over. And then left knee, exhale. One more set, breathe in, arms over. Right knee comes in. Inhale, roll to the mat. And then left knee comes in. Roll to the mat and stay here. Flip the palms to the floor and slide those heels in a comfortable distance away from your hips. So stretching your fingertips towards your heels. Breathe in, press the lower back into the floor. Breathe out, push with the feet and lift those hips up high. Inhale, press the arms into the mat. Breathe out, guide the spine down vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly, controlled. Relax the hips into their natural shape. From here, extend your right leg. So slide your right heel away, lift it up, lower it down, and then bring it back in. And then the left leg slide away, lift it up, lower it down, and slide it back in. Shoulder bridge again. Breathe in, press the lower back down. Breathe out, push with the feet and lift up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, release the spine down slowly and controlled. Draw the belly button in, release the spine. Release the hips into their natural shape at the very end. Inhale, extend that right heel away. Lift it up. Lower it down and bend back in. Slide the left leg away. Bend back in. No, sorry, lift it up. Bend or lower it down. My bad. And bring it back in. So breathe in, press the lower back down. Breathe out, push with the feet, lift those hips up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, release the spine down slowly and controlled. One more time, we're going to extend the leg out. So right leg extend, lift it up, lower it down, and the heel comes in, and then that left leg push away with the heel. Lift, lower down, and in, slide it back in. Okay, full version of shoulder bridge now. We're pressing the lower back to the mat and then we're pushing with the feet, lifting those hips up. So you have the option to just place your hands in underneath your hips, your glutes, and lift up a little higher, or slip those hands in underneath the base or the lower back here, and then come up onto the triceps with the neck long. You can lift up onto the toes, and then inhale, lift your right leg straight up, lower in line with the left thigh, lift up, and then the toes to the floor. Left leg straight up, lower in line with the left thigh, lift straight back up again, and bend. Right leg straight up, in line with your left thigh, straight up again, and bend. And then that left leg straight up, in line with the right thigh, lift straight up, and then bend. From here, release the spine down, coming down slowly and controlled. Extend the legs straight on the mat. We're going to roll up, but before we do, entwine the fingers. Flick the palms, reach them away. Take a breath in and breathe out, release. Do this again. Stretching away from both ends. And let it go. Release the hands, reach them up towards the ceiling. Inhale, squeeze the hands together. Exhale, make your way all the way up into a seated position. Now flip over onto your right side. And then create a straight line on your side. So flipping your right palm up towards the ceiling. Have a look down, you should be able to see your toes. And if you can't, move the legs forward from the hips. Placing your left hand out in front for support if you need to, or on your side if you can balance. Lift the top leg up a couple of centimeters, see how it feels, and then that bottom leg comes to join. Point the toes, engage the core. Maybe the feet are in Pilates V, or maybe the knees are facing straight ahead. Depending on your lower back, find your balance here. Engaging through the tummy muscles, breathing deeply into the rib cage and breathing out, letting go of that breath, zipping up through those lower tummy muscles as you do. Breathing in now, we're going to send that top leg forward a couple of centimeters or inches and then bring it back to the start. Breathing in, we kick forward, trying to keep that bottom leg strong and steady. Inhale, kick, and breathe out, come back. Breathing in, kick, and breathe out, come back. Inhale, kicking forward, and exhaling, bringing it back, and then kicking forward again, and then bringing it back to the start. One last time, kick forward, and bring it back to the start. From here, your right leg comes forward with the outer edge to the floor. Prop your head up and take hold of your left hip with your left hand. Point the toes, kick forward, breathe out, push back twice with the heel. We're going to slide the foot up and then frog kick away. Breathing in, point, kick forward, breathe out, push back twice. Breathe in, slide up, and breathe out, push away. Breathe in, point, breathe out, push back twice. Inhale, slide up, and then push away with the heel. Breathe in, point, kick back twice. Inhale, slide up, and then push away with the heel. One more time, just like this. So point, kick back twice, slide up with the toes, and push away with the heel. Two legs back in line with the spine now. Extend your right arm and reach away with the left arm and click those heels as fast as you can. Open, close, open, close. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhaling, opening it up, and exhaling, squeezing the breath out. 2 more breath cycles. And then last one. And then lower the legs, flip over onto your belly. So forearms or elbows in line with your shoulders. The forearms are out in front with the fingers spread. Press into those hands and pull that chin in, pointing the toes. Breathe in, kick twice with the right heel, and then extend twice with the left. And extend. Draw that belly button up off the floor. Press your pubic bone and your hip bones into the mat, pulling your elbows towards your ribs at the same time without lifting those forearms or elbows up. Feel that tension in your side back. Kick, kick, and release. Kick, kick, and release. One more, kick, kick, and release, and then the left leg, and release. Move the forearms out of the way. Forearms either side of the mat, just gently rock from side to side, and then press the front of the feet into the floor, the feet hip width apart. Come up onto the fingertips, and then walk those fingertips slightly wide. Breathe in, we kick twice with the right heel, and then lower to tap the elbows if that's available. Twice with the left heel and lower to tap, working on your wrist strength here, your finger strength, and we tap. So we lift up and then lower down. Lift up, kick, kick, and lower. The heel or the elbows even. Kick, kick, and lower down. So you're finding extension here. Now you have options. You can move those hands a little wider if that suits you. You can leave the kick out and work on lifting the chest into a form of extension or a version of extension that works for your body. As we kick, kick, and release. One more set here. Kick twice and lower, and kick, kick again. And lower down. Forearms either side of the mat, gently wag your tail, join the legs together, tuck the chin. We're going to lift the upper body only. As we lift, breathe in, breathe out, lower down. Inhale, lift for 2 more just like this, and lower down. 1 more time, breathe in, lift, and lower down. Now lift everything. Legs, arms, pull your elbows into your ribs and click those heels. Fast as you can, tuck that chin in. From here, add some movement into the fingers. We are pressing into those fingers. Move the fingers, the thumbs, as much, as fast as you can. Clicking the heels at the same time. So it's like rubbing your belly and tapping your head at the same time. 1 more breath here. And then lower everything down. Slide your hands in underneath your shoulders. Take a breath in and breathe out. Push yourself up. Reaching your hips back, tuck the chin to the chest. And allow your forehead to meet the mat. Getting a grip of the floor with the hands, with the fingers, pulling back with those shoulder blades. If someone's trying to pull your arms out of their sockets. Take one last breath in here, and then exhale, lift the head, rippling forward into a half plank position. So adjusting the hand position if you need to. Breathe and push into those hands. Engage your core, a slight posterior pelvic tilt. Exhale, on your next exhale, bend the elbows, lower the chest all the way to the floor. Breathe and point through the toes, lift into a soft extension or a baby cobra, elbows towards your hips, and then lower the chest back down. Inhale, and then on your exhale, push yourself all the way up and reach the hips back. Take a moment here, allow the forehead to rest if that feels good. And then take one more inhale. Exhale, lift and tip forward into your half plank. Breathe in straight away, bend the elbows lower down to the floor. Exhale, and then on your inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower back to the mat. Breathe in. Exhale, push into those hands and lift up or reach the hips back. One more time like this, rest the forehead, take a moment. Breathe out, let it go. Inhale again, exhale, tip it forward. Inhale, bend the elbows, hug them into your ribs as you lower the chest. Take a moment and breathe in, and then lift the chest up. Stay here. Float the arms up off the floor. Float the legs up off the floor. Hold the position, breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. 2 more breath cycles, just holding here. And breathing out, letting it go. One last deep breath in. And breathe out, release down. Stack the hands and rest the forehead on stacked hands. Just wag your tail here a couple of times or a few times, massaging the thighs on the mat. From here, slide those hands back in underneath your shoulders. Take a breath in and exhale, push yourself up. We're going to flip over onto the other side. So, long line resting on your left side, 2 legs straight and stacked. With your right hand out in front or on the side, if you can balance comfortably enough, let the head feel heavy. Engage your core. Have a look down. You should be able to see your toes. We lift the top leg a couple of centimeters, and then the bottom leg comes to join. Make sure that head is heavy. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. From here, we kick forward with the top leg and then bring it back to the start to stack over that bottom leg. Kicking forward, pointing the toes without any movement from your left leg. That right leg stacks back over the left. So feeling the flexion in the hip here, your core is engaged. So we kick forward and then bring it back to the start. Kicking forward and then bringing it back to the start. Kicking forward and then bringing it back to the start. 2 more here, kicking forward and bringing it back to the start. And then the last one, kick forward and bring it back to the start. Send your left leg forward. Now press the outer edge of the foot into the floor. Place your right hand on your hip. You can prop yourself up on your head or on your left hand, or find a place for your head or your neck is comfortable. That right leg floats up. We kick forward, point the toes, push back twice with the heel, slide the foot up, bend the knee out and up, and then push away with the heel. Breathing in, point, kick forward. Breathe out, push back twice, slide up, pointed toes, and then push away with the heel. Breathe in, point. Breathe out, push back twice, slide up, and then push away. And we point, kick forward. Keep the rest of the body strong and steady. So you're stabilizing as much as you possibly can from the pelvis, from the hips as we point, kick forward. Push back twice, slide up, and then frog kick away. One last time. Breathe in, point, push back twice, slide up, and then frog kick away. 2 legs come to join. Reach away with your right arm if you can balance comfortably. Extend that left arm. Look over your right shoulder and click the heels as fast as you can. Opening, closing, opening, closing. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Inhaling. And exhale out. Let's do one more breath cycle. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lower the legs to the floor. Flip over onto your belly. Again, forearms either side of the mat now. Tuck the chin in. Legs are hip width apart. So floating your right arm and your left leg up. Right arm the way it is, keep the left hip bone on the floor, and then lower back down slowly with control. Left arm, right leg lifts the way they are, right hip bone stays on the mat, and then we lower it down. Breathing in, right arm, left leg lifts up. Engage your core, feel the glutes working here, the back of the legs. Breathing in as we float up, and then lower back down. Breathing in, we're floating up, right arm, left leg, and then lower back down with control. Breathing in, left arm, right leg, and then lower back down with control. Breathing in, the right arm and the left leg lifts up, press that left hip into the floor, and then lower down, and then the left arm, right leg as we lift up. Keep length in the neck here, so think of that long line from the crown of your head to the tailbone as we float up. And release, and then the left arm and the right leg lift up, and we lower down slowly. One more time, breathe in, right arm, left leg, and lower, and then the left arm and the right leg lift up, and lower back down with control. From here, rest the arms down by your side. Turn your head to the left, resting your right ear on the mat, and gently rock from side to side, again massaging the thighs. Bend your two knees, reach down with the left hand, see if you can take hold of the left foot, and then the right hand to your right foot. Pull your heels to your bum, pressing the right ear into the floor at the same time. Feel the stretch in the front of the body. Bend your elbows up towards the ceiling. Lift the shoulders up as well, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Take one more breath in here, and then release the shoulders, lift the head up, look straight down, and then lift up a little higher if it's available to you. Kick and pull at the same time. The arms winning though, with your elbows bent up towards the ceiling. One last breath in, and then release back down. Other side. So arms down by your side. Turn your head to your right, resting the left ear on the mat. Feel that stretch, holding the stretch, and then bend your right knee, take hold of your right foot, and then bend your left knee, take hold of your left foot again. Pulling your heels in, pressing the thighs into the mat, elbows bent up. If you can get those shoulders up off the floor, do squeeze your shoulder blades together. A little different here now. Lift the head up. Kick into your hands to lengthen the arms so that you're kicking to lift the chest up a little higher. Your legs winning on this one. Press the thighs into the floor at the same time. But you're kicking with your hands, lifting the chest up that little bit higher to feel that lovely long stretch in the front of the body. Take one last breath in, and then release out. Let go of the legs, slide your hands in underneath your shoulders, and gently rock forward and back on those toes. Take a breath in here, lower the knees, and exhale, push yourself up, finding an all fours position with your knees in line with your hips and your wrists tracking your shoulders. Tilt or send that body weight forward, feel a stretch in the wrists, and then send the body weight back, bum to heels. Body weight comes forward, feel the stretch in the wrists, and then send the hips back. Press the armpits down, 2 more. Body weight comes forward, feel it in the wrists. Body weight comes back. Press the armpits down 1 last time. Body weight forward. And then hips come back. From here, find that all fours position. Center your left knee, so your left knee is kind of in line or under your pubic bone, and extend that right leg out, lift it up. So you're going to tap to the left and then all the way over to the right. So that left leg or left knee is center. It's giving you a stronger tripod as a base. Feeling the back of the leg working. You're fighting hard to stabilize through the pelvis here. And because your left knee is in the center, it feels different. creating a semicircle with your right hip joint as we go up and over, up and over. One more time. And relax, switch legs. So right knee comes to center, replace that left. And then the left leg goes over to the right, toes pointed. Draw a semicircle from one side of the mat to the other, depending on the length of your legs here. The upper body working still. A strong shoulders and upper back as we draw a semicircle or a rainbow with our left foot or a big toe. One more time. And then two knees joined together. Send your heels back or your hips back to your heels and stack your fists so you can rest your forehead on stacked fists. Take a deep breath in here. Breathe out, let it go. One more deep breath in. And breathe out, let it go. From here, walk your forearms out in front of you. Widen those knees and twine the fingers. Lift the belly button up towards the ceiling, rounding through the spine. Look in between your legs. Take another breath in. And then release the spine into extension, lifting the chin to look forward. Tail is up, belly down. And then release the hands, forearms are on the floor. Crawl forward on the mat. Knees going one way, hips going the other way. And then making your way onto your bum. So crossing those ankles, right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind the spine, and then pull with that right hand, look over your left shoulder into a twist. Breathing into this twist, anchor down with the sit bones. Pulling with the right hand, but the left knee not moving. Looking over that left shoulder, take one last breath in. Release the left hand and then hugging your left knee with your two arms. See if you can rest your forehead down on that left knee. From here, you should feel a stretch in the right hip. Take one last breath and then release your hug. Right fingertips behind the spine. Take hold of your right knee and look over that right shoulder, twisting. Pulling with the left hand but not actually lifting the right knee. Twisting to look over that right shoulder. Feel the twist. Take one last breath in. And then release. Same thing, different side. Hug your right knee. If you can, come all the way down. And rest your forehead on your right knee. Sink the left sit bones into the floor. Feel a stretch in the left hip. Holding this position. Breathing in. And breathing out, releasing. Hands to your shins now. Lift the feet up off the floor, pulling your knees towards your shoulders. Ankles are crossed. Breathe in, roll back. Exhale, come all the way up, crisscross at the top. Breathe in, roll back. Pull your knees towards your shoulders. Exhale, come up and crisscross. Breathe in, roll back. Come back up, crisscross. Last time like this. Breathe in. I did it the wrong way, crisscross. Okay, from here, reaching wide, see if you can take hold of your opposite foot with your hand. Make yourself a small crab. We roll back and then bring it up. And then see if you can crisscross when your feet are over your head. So you're rolling back, crisscross, and then bring it all the way up. Breathe in, roll back, crisscross, and then bring it all the way up. Make yourself small, rolling onto your shoulders, and then pulling your heels towards your hips, crisscross, bring it back up. One last time, roll, crisscross, and bring it back up. Pull your heels towards your hips, hands to your knees, lean the upper body forward. Allow yourself to feel heavy here, your head to feel heavy, your shoulders, your upper back to feel heavy. Take a breath in. And then push off, allow yourself to roll onto the mat. And then the soles of the feet, joining them together. Place your hands on your bellies and spread the fingers. Tuck the chin in. So notice the gap between the lower back and the floor. And just allow it to be there. If you need support for your thighs, you can place your hands outside if it's uncomfortable. Take a breath into the belly. So if your hands are on your belly, feel those fingers spread that little bit more as you breathe in. Expanding out and then breathing out, letting it go. Doing this again, deep breath in. And breathing out, letting go. One last time, deep breath in. And breathing out, letting go. Cactusing the arms now. So that I surrender position, 2 knees join in together. Allow the knees fall to the left. Turn your head to the right, feeling that twist, enjoying the twist. Breathing into the right side. Exhaling out. One more deep breath in. And breathing out, letting it go. Knees coming back to the center, knees to the right. Turn your head to the left, feel that twist. And breathe into the left side. The eyes softening or closed now, the body slowing down. Breathing out, releasing. One more deep breath in. And then slowly return to the center. 2 knees coming into your chest, wrapping your arms around your legs. Lift the head up, maybe touch your forehead to your knees. Make yourself small. And you're pulling tightly here. And you're pressing back into your arms with your legs. Take a breath in. And then exhale, allow your body find a shape. Releasing into a position that you can stay in for a couple of minutes. So once you've found that shape, allow your head to feel heavier, the muscles in the face softening, the muscles in the body letting go. Your breath returning to its normal rhythm, its normal flow. Without any restriction. Focusing on that movement of the belly, chest, the torso, lifting and falling with the breath. The arms, the legs, melting, sinking, letting go into the ground. Your shape sinking into the ground. Let go on every level. Now sending some movement to the fingers, the toes. Gently moving that head from side to side. Letting go of any tension in the neck. Stretching your legs out long. Reaching your arms over your head. Take a deep breath in here. And breathe out, release. Doing this again. Entwining the fingers this time. Flipping the palms behind the body. Take a breath in. And breathe out, let it go. Sliding your feet in one at a time. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a cuddle, a rock from side to side. And then slip the hands to the backs of the legs. Take a breath in. Breathe out, rock up into a seated position. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.